that are not going to be published on YouTube. So when those come out, people that are interested, please send me your addresses. But otherwise, I am going to just show you some things to do so that you can open up yourself with it. I'm going to be doing it on Karina. However, you can do this to yourself as well. So where we're going to start is at the clavicular nodes. The clavicle is here, and we work it with just a little inward push. You work just below the skin. You work into the second layer. That's the fluid layer. So you don't put a lot of pressure there at all. You just move it a little. You just skin stretch in and over. You open those nodes. It's important for those nodes to be opened first. And then just work yourself along the clavicle. And when you do this to yourself, you'll cross your hands so that, you know, your left hand is on the right side and the right hand on the left side. And just do the same thing to yourself around the neck, opening the neck chain. This will just keep the lymphatic system moving. If it's real congested or there's a lot of swelling down in the feet, it will not probably be as beneficial as a complete massage would be, or a complete lymphatic drainage session would be. However, it will definitely give you a little bit of ability for the lymph to move. So you start there and just take care of that in the neck area. Okay. Then you, with your hands will still be crossed because you'll know that this is the only way it'll work. Then you want to move to the axillary. These are the major node groupings. We open the neck first because that's the pathway for drainage. And here we're just gonna, you pull upward and inward on these nodes. And again, you don't push hard. You'll feel these round, kind of grape-like feeling, the feeling of a grape, and those are what you want to pull up and inward on, and just work the fingers a little bit. Don't poke them. Okay, that's for the that opens up the two quadrants, because there's 4 quadrants, so everything here drains here, 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 and here. So we've opened up those 2 quadrants, and they can drain in the direction that they need to. The sternochyli in the middle of the stomach, it's a good one to push up with. And again, it's very, very gentle. There was a time that I had a kind of an icky stomach, and I opened up the nodes there under my arm and then got to the sternochyli, and I could actually feel the fluids moving in my stomach into the lymphatic system, and I started to feel better right away. So just a little bit of work oftentimes has a big impact on what we feel like. The sternochyli is a cistern-like structure that's, the rib cage is here, the xiphoid process is here, and it's just below that where you're going to it's just an upward skin stretch. And again, you can do this to yourself. So we finish up with the sternochyli. And then you can move down. There's 2 nodes that are triangular here, and you can just slightly pump up on those. That's the deeper system. And then you want to get into the inguinal area, and that's the other part to drain. If you have swollen legs and swollen feet, this is the area that's really important. And by doing that, you just get inside of the thigh, inner thigh, and it's an upward pump. And there, sometimes the musculature is a little thick, so you may need to give a little bit more pressure to get through down to the node group. So that's what you do there. And then also on the other side. And of course, if you feel like your feet are real swollen, the knees swollen, that kind of thing, the nodes run along the inside of the thigh. You can do a little skin stretching up the thigh and to the back of the knee. And then you can also just go down the leg. There's a different pattern of flow on the lower leg, but if you get these open, you can do it up the leg. Okay, so that's a little bit. Then you can rinse it back through by going back here. Rinse, rinse, and then you're just kind of following everything back up through here, and then back to the axillary. You can do this with your clothes on. You don't necessarily have to have, take your clothes off for this. You can still get the lymph to move. You just have to be a little more mindful that you're working through clothing. And then back where the main drain is. So hopefully that will give some of you a little bit of a better idea of what you can do to alleviate some of the discomfort that's caused from